Did you know that irritability, having low patience towards another person, a situation, can be a hidden sign of depression? My name is Dr. Santos. I want to spend some time with you today to look at a few signs of depression, and then also to bring in some tools that can support with those signs of depression. And as you're watching this video, stick to the end. I'm going to tie it back so that you're able to look at, there's a sign, here's what I can do. Now, once again, my name is Dr. Santos, licensed counselor. I bring that up. I think it's helpful that when you're watching a video, there's a little information on the other person, um, for many reasons, of course. First sign, hobbies, maybe socializing, things that you were interested in. You're like, damn, these things aren't fun anymore. And typically people will tell me whenever they socialize, they feel more drained. When they do hobbies like play tennis or pickleball, they used to really look forward to it. Now they're like, oh, it just feels like another task, another thing to do. And that's a sign of depression. It's not the sadness that you see. It's more like a different lifestyle change. You know, you may look back and say, I used to like going out. I used to enjoy maybe my early morning workout. I used to enjoy hanging out with friends after work and getting a quick drink. Now I just don't care anymore. Now I just want to go home. I want to be away from people. And that can be, all of that can come together to be a hidden sign of depression. A tip here, and I think it's neat because it's really simple to apply. Try 5 minutes a day. Go for a short walk, do some stretching, move your body. What's happening is you're waking up what are called those happy chemicals. You're waking them up and you're getting them to do their job. Exercise, there's so much great research that goes into exercise. I use exercise and I think about movement, just some sort of movement. You think about what that means in your life. That should wake up those chemicals and really help and support when it comes to depression. It's a similar, not the same, a similar impact or effect as medications that have to do with depression. Sign number 2, and this is one that's talked about a lot, is sleep. Right? You're oversleeping, you have trouble sleeping, you wake up for all sorts of random reasons. And then for some people, they'll say, hey, Dr. Santos, I'll sleep like 12 hours, dude. I wake up and I'm still exhausted. I'm still drained. What's going on? Right? So that typically is this hidden sign of depression taking place there. What can help here is get your phone out. Sleep, I cannot speak enough about it. It's vital. It resets your internal rhythm. It supports in our mood and in those areas of swing, where you're not going from a high to a low. Your circadian rhythm, all of those areas come together. With it, implement that tool. Give yourself a alarm clock so that you're going to bed at the same time roughly and you're waking up at the same time. That's one tip that can help there. Also look at sleep hygiene, light, look at sensations, meaning maybe try a different pillow, try a different smell, try the lights, maybe a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. I love to sleep with the smell of like lavender, even a peppermint goes a long way for me, just really supporting me in that soothing sleep. I use a weighted blanket to sleep. That helps a lot too. Look at your sleep, right? You're trying to support with this area of depression. You know that sleep's off. Implement the tools. Not later, plug them in now. That way you can see if they're effective. Third sign of depression, and this one often people think it has is anxiety, but it can linger in or be in that depression category. And that has to do with overthinking. I've done a video overthinking, so check it out if you get a chance. Here, when it comes to depression, it's overthinking mixed in with negative thoughts. So that could be feeling overwhelmed, rumination, replaying mistakes, right? You're like in this window or this space where you're replaying things over and over, and sometimes that leads to this level of low self-confidence, low self-esteem. An example of this could be that you send an email out, and maybe you just overthink over and over and over. Should I have said that? And at some point you start convincing yourself like, man, I shouldn't have done that, right? Even if you did nothing wrong. That space, all of that has to do with this area of depression. What can support here, and I'm big into like writing exercises. So get a sheet of paper out, write the thought that I had, right? So it could be, I messed up, right? Then write down the emotion that goes with it, anxiousness. Then write down a balanced thought, right? So that could be, you know what, there is nothing or no evidence I can think about of what I did wrong. This, what it does is, this slows down that spiral right? Because that's what it is. Constant overthinking, negative thoughts that connect to depression. It's really a spiral. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to implement some sort of way to just jump in there and break that spiral, right? And I think that exercise of writing down the thought, writing down the emotion connected to it, and then creating that balanced thought. So that could be, you know what, there's no evidence that I did anything wrong here. And that, I think, goes a long way in supporting with that sign of depression. The next one, final one I'll go into, and I'll tie it back together here: irritability, low patience. You're snapping at people, you're on edge, and maybe things aren't going bad, right? The people around you, they haven't been jerks, right? They're actually been pretty nice, but something inside, right? Something inside's a bit off. The sleep is off. We know that there's overthinking. This is a sign of depression. It doesn't mean that there's this loud sadness, but something is happening where it's causing you to be irritable, low patience. I mentioned again, a sign of depression. Not to say that one is depressed, just more of a sign of depression. An example of this could be if I'm at home and I go to my spouse, my wife, and I say, "Hey, did you take out the trash?" She's asking me that, and then I respond really sharply, harsh, strong, and there haven't been issues, but maybe internally I'm going through something, right? And it could be chemical levels, it could be a little bit off, it could be that certain space of life is not going the way that I like it to go, and all of that spiking those depressive feelings. So here, what to do? A tip that I think can go a long way is pause and name that feeling, right? So if I feel irritable, I may pause and say, you know what? What's going on here? It's not anger that I feel towards my spouse. What is it that I feel? I feel like I have a lot on me. I feel overwhelmed. And then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create space between that reaction that I had and the emotion that I'm feeling. Then I'm also trying to work towards addressing the emotion, right? I know I'm not angry, but you know what? I said that I feel overwhelmed. How can I break that overwhelm and see where it comes from? So now that you have all of these, number one, when we tie it together, I want you to know that you're not broken, right? These are signs of being a human being, right? At times, as a human being, you sit in the movie and you're laughing your butt off because it's so funny. That means you're expressing that emotion. And then at other times, life just throws a lot of curveballs, and it can be challenging, it can be difficult, and internally we're going through a lot, we're experiencing a lot. Know that there is ample avenues of support. And if you have a moment, I encourage you to look at a course that I made not too long ago. It focuses on a step-by-step process that has a lot to do with mood. So mood in the category of anxiety. I do think it'll play a strong role here when it comes to depression, because they tend to kind of go together in a lot of ways. And I mentioned that a little bit when we have overthinking, right? That does connect to anxiety. I often find too that if you work on your anxiety, which is that worry and nervousness, regulating the body, it makes it a little bit easier to begin to do additional work that goes into depression and other areas. So take a look at the description of the video. I'll make sure to have that link on there for that anxiety course. You can do it on your own. There's no end point. Jump in it, complete it, and there's work along the way that allows you to see growth, to see process as you keep going forward. If you're looking for something a little more direct, such as counseling, and you're in the North Carolina area, reach out to Santos Counseling. There's counselors there that can be supportive and helpful. And then, of course, if you're somewhere else in a different area, different state, different country, look around, self-help book, look for practitioners in your area. Know that this is a step that you can take, a small step in the right direction. I hope that you found this video helpful. I will see you in the next one.